9th, 2025. Thought I would bust this out before the sports ball tournament. Doing a lot of sports ball myself this weekend. I apologize to Borg for having the audacity and arrogance to actually help youth sports and not sit over here and post after post after post after post after post after post. Yeah, that's right. I was helping the youngins, doing those kind of things. I know we're such evil human beings here, unless we're full-on communists and part of the... Well, you get the point. Anyway, today we're going to be talking a lot about things that are going on, of course, with the Super Bowl and the Gulf of America and what's going on in Gaza and what's going on with Iran and what's going on with Russia and other things. So, yeah, it's been a couple days. I could have gone last night, but I had another early morning. So because of that, I just decided to hold off and do one big thunder post today. And, yeah, hopefully the old Borgarino won't be too mean on me for having the audacity of having a life outside of the tube. So I appreciate y'all being here. And basically, we're going to get going. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. And the Kansas City Eagles are taking on the Philadelphia Chiefs. And so we look forward to the many home runs that'll be hit and the hat tricks and all the other wonderful things that'll be going on. But, yeah, I actually am a fan of sports, but I don't know, the professional, all that, that's all fine and well, but I think the real fun is at the younger levels with our young adults, because they learn valuable lessons. And I bet you'd find that a lot of the butthurt people that are of a certain kind of political cloth never played sports ball, never learned to lose, and yeah, it's an important thing to learn. So, and learn to win graciously. That's the other thing. So, all right, friends. Well, we appreciate you being here, and we're gonna get rolling. Hit the like button, do the subscribe thing, darken up the bell if you're new here. Tell friends about it. I'm sure that the notifications are just flying off the handle. Right? Little monkeys. Fly, my monkeys. Going out telling everyone, everywhere. You know, it's not like we haven't grown a single subscriber in the last 4 months. Gosh, what could that be? I do not know what it could be. It is so weird that things do not ever grow here. I do not know what that could be. Don't care. Just going to keep doing it. Keep doing the things. Let the little butthurt be the butthurt. And we're going to keep chalking up and talking about all the wins. You know why? Because all I do is win, win, win. All right, let's rip rolling. Crisis Report 2925. Here we go. Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. If the Americans attack the security of the Iranian nation, we will attack the security without hesitation. Tough guy. Here's a World War III info. Trump's special envoy for resolving the Ukrainian crisis, Keith Kellogg, announced the American leader's readiness to tighten sanctions against Russia to resolve the conflict. ICC is going to continue operations despite U.S. sanctions, according to a statement. United States and Russia have not yet started discussing a possible meeting between Trump and Putin. It's come out now that they have talked. Lebanon, initial information about an Israeli raid targeting the Tebna area in the town of Al-Bisariya, Bint Jabal reports. Passenger plane, 10 people on board, went missing on Alaska. They have found it. It was a Boeing Air Cessna 208 Caravan reported missing from the radar while flying over Norton Sound in the Bering Sea. Plane was en route from Unalakleet to Nome. No, there were 9 passengers and 1 pilot on board. Search and rescue has begun, but it is over now because they did find it and all of the people died. Brazil, at least 2 people killed, 1 injured in a plane crash in Sao Paulo. Another nice landing on that one, right on a busy street. No comment. Brazil, at least 2 people killed, 1 injured in the plane crash in Sao Paulo. Basically, Sao Paulo is one of the largest cities in the world, so if you take a plane down in a city, you're going to hit and kill something. Netanyahu has gotten highly likely a green light from Trump to launch something against Iran. That's your conjecture. You have no clue what's going on. NATO allies discussed sending troops to Greenland after Trump threats. European allies understood to have held informal talks on options if the United States president moves to seize the Danish island. Paris prosecutors launched investigation into Elon Musk's X company over algorithm manipulation. I mean, why would any big tech want to manipulate the algorithm and say, like, go towards their political means? I'm sure Elon isn't do it. I definitely know no other platforms of big tech would ever do anything to do that. They are so perfect, yes. You know, I mean, why would you want to have like an organic algorithm where everybody just goes and finds stuff when you can, say, take 50%, if not 60% of the population and completely alienate and manipulate things so nobody sees their post? But even though it's not working, because as new information is coming out to the younger generations of what kind of political leanings they are, it's very strange with the Gen Zs really kind of going towards a conservative. It's almost like a bunch of butt-headed leftists have been trying to manipulate everything, and they're smart and see right through the bullshit. But what would I know? French Foreign Ministry said that Paris will reconsider the right to accreditation for Russian journalists in the country, according to ATO reports. Iran, the governor of Tehran, has announced that schools of various levels and offices and banks will be closed tomorrow, Saturday. That's obviously come and gone. Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu says that Trump released frozen weapons and ammunition shipments to Israel. China is going to conduct a rare missile test scheduled for February 11th. Earlier test scheduled for January 25th, but was postponed due to unknown reasons. Kanye West has said a bunch of strange crap. Who would have kind of thought of that one? You know what? He's a democracy. He's a democracy. Actually, he's just an idiot saying things to get people's reaction because nobody said his name in a while. So he knows if he says that crap, his name gets out there and he starts selling more records. I really, literally just think it's a way for him to like get his attention and sell more records. German industrial production continues to weaken at breakneck pace, 2.4% down in December, sharpest decline in 5 months. Green Party leader Robert Habeck has led the German economy ministry for the past 3 years, and it is in the toilet. So the best thing to do for that is not change course and get a better business, kind of perspective, or for the country. What they should do is ban one of the largest political parties, AfD, and put more of the green trash can policies in there and just completely kick the entire economy in the nuts. That's what a smart person would do. Yeah. Poland, Prime Minister Donald Tusk on Friday said the migrants who have taken advantage of our hospitality and violate the law in a violent manner will be deported. Why? Is that because everybody politically is now against that crap and all of a sudden you're getting your butt kicked? Yep, that's why. United Kingdom leftist government orders Apple to create a backdoor allowing access to encrypted data stored by Apple users worldwide in its cloud. I hope they tell them to F off. Germany ready to consider to deploy troops to Greenland due to U.S. threat. Yeah, don't worry about your economy or your struggling society. Send a bunch of troops up to guard a block of ice. That's what the smart kids do. German government is ready to consider the idea of deploying NATO troops to Greenland amid U.S. Trump's interest in the island. My God, these people are stupid. Egypt has warned the United States that ethnic cleaning supplies of Gaza and the forced displacement of Palestinians would undermine the peace treaty with Israel and destroy American influence in the Middle East, which has been made possible thanks to Egypt and as well, according to the Times of Israel. Israel's former Minister of Defense, Yoav Gallant, says 80 tons of explosives were used to take out Hezbollah's former SG Hassan Nasrallah. I asked them, how many tons of explosives were you planning to drop on him? They told me 40. I asked them, what are the chances of success? He said 90%. I said, we'll do 80 tons. I want it to be 99%. And that's what happened. Former Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant admitted that they killed many of their own. We gave orders to the army to use the Hannibal procedure and to kill prisoners with their captors. Hannibal procedure is basically they kill everyone. Doesn't matter if there's like soldiers with them or not. They just bomb things indiscriminately. Taiwan says it detects 6 Chinese balloons near the island. Wonderful. Canada is willing to join U.S. Iron Dome missile shield, according to the minister. Gil Bates has revealed that cancer jabs are on the way, and that he plans to meet the RFK Jr. and other officials later this month. Man, sign me up. I'm so freaked out. Sign me up. By the way, I sent my wife on actual non-sarcastic news this app. I cannot remember what it's called. I can't access my phone right now because I'm going from it. But it's basically an app that goes and tells you if the food that you're getting is a bunch of processed crap. And so we're trying to deprocessify. We're trying to get all that stuff out of us. It's not easy, because we're basically lied to at every, point. So, yeah. House Judiciary Committee member Tom Tiffany claims the Democrats stalled Cash's confirmation to create a fake hoax against him in the coming week. I'm sure I look forward to the breathless reporting on MSNBC. European Union plans to reduce tariffs on the United States cars in response to President Trump's threats of imposing tariffs. Signs for USAID are being removed from the Ronald Reagan International Trade Center in D.C., housing multiple federal agencies, GTFO. President Trump just announced that Doge will create an algorithm to identify Social Security numbers being used by undocumented immigrants, who fraudulently enrolled, and evidently it's going through and they're finding literally trillions of dollars of waste. But that's a bad thing, and we need federal judges to block it, because how are we going to fund the dark money to Mr. Soros himself? How's that going to happen? Okay? Folks, we need dark money. We need slush funds. We need insider trading. We need all that stuff to continue, okay, as you pay crap loads of tax. You just go with it. Just go with it. Trump's State Department has approved Biden's $7.4 billion military sale to Israel, which includes missiles, munitions, and other equipment, because Israel going to Israel. Dozens of newly confirmed avian influenza cases in wild birds, along with first verified U.S. case of a new strain, are sparking concerns the bird flu may be escalating. I don't know if you're buying eggs, but you might want to start to do that and do some things to, whip them up and freeze them and stuff. We're starting to finally move our stuff from the bug out farm. We had our first big SUV full yesterday. I'm going to organize it, and we're going to do a video on how we have all of our preps, which, good news is, it's funny going through stuff when you haven't touched it in a while in the prep room. Things like solar ovens and, activated charcoal, things you got that you just kind of forget about that you have. But there is a big industrial freezer that we're going to be getting. I think we're going to actually keep it over there because it's huge. I don't think we have the room for it. And we are going to stock the crap out of it once a few things happen to finally get it into place. And I suggest you stock up on protein. Just saying. Donald Trump revoked Joe Biden's security clearance. Good. Elon Musk Doge has terminated funding for an Anthony Fauci exhibit at NIH. Good. Trump says Nippon Steel is going to invest in U.S. steel and not buy it. Good. President Trump appoints himself as chairman of the Kennedy Center Board, pledges to end the drag shows. Good. Trump announces relations with North Korea. Says Kim Jong-un happens to be a smart guy. We'll have relations with North Korea. Why is that a bad thing? Not like we're helping him bomb countries. If he can get them off our jock and, into an okay place, it's not a bad thing, but we'll just have to see, I can tell you, when Trump was in the first time, when he was number 45, our relations with him were much better. Jordan is ready to declare war on Israel, according to Middle East Eye. Jordan is ready to declare war on Israel in the event that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu attempts to forcibly expel Palestinians into its territory. Well-placed sources in Amman and Jerusalem told Middle East Eye. Negotiations with the United States are unwise, unfair, and ineffective in solving the country's problems, supposedly. Iran's Khomeini, if the Americans threaten us, we will threaten them. If they act on their own threats, we will respond. If they attack our security, we will undoubtedly attack theirs. Everything they can do, we can do better. We are Iran and we'll bomb you too. Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, instructed the IDF chief of staff to reprimand intelligence chief Major General Shlomi Bender over his alleged remarks against Trump's Gaza plan. IDF officers will not oppose Trump's important Gaza plan or government directives. Order the IDF to prepare for the voluntary departure of Gazans, relocate worldwide. IDF is expected to do, and it'll be done. Shlomi Bender was appointed a Major General in the IDF, August 2024. Chief Major General Shlomi Bender warned that Trump's plan for relocating the population would ignite the region. That's because he's right. He urged, and by the way, there's a greater UAE thing out there. It's like Gaza 2035. There is an actual plan. I didn't post it to this, but the United Arab Emirates has a plan to basically turn Gaza in that whole area into a Mediterranean hotspot like Dubai. Whether it happens or not, I don't know, but probably need a big old war to happen in between there and now, so hopefully it doesn't happen. Anyway, far-right minister Itamar Ben-Gvir criticized Bender, calling for his immediate dismissal for opposing the thing. Gil Bates, AI is getting scary and humans won't be needed for most things. Is it just me, or does it seem like he just freaking hates everybody but himself? Good Lord, man. I actually have a meme. I can't post it here, but I'll tell you about it. It's got a picture of him the day that he got the pie to the face and say, this is the day that he decided to hate humanity. It's like, I get it now. I see. And if you've ever seen that video, my God, he's walking in somewhere and this dude comes out of nowhere and just plasters him right straight on into the face. It's a very cathartic thing. If you're having a bad day, pull up the video and watch it. You'll feel better. German Chancellor candidate Friedrich Merz on Elon Musk. I do not approve of someone in Trump's orbit attempting such direct interference in Germany's election. I will share it with Trump. Fix your economy, idiot. He also said, I completely oppose the resettlement of Gaza residents' sanctions against the ICC, threaten an institution that is supposed to ensure that tyrants in this world cannot oppress people and start wars. Schultz also said, I completely oppose the resettlement of Gaza residents. Oh, that's a doubler. Biden and Harris spent nearly $10 million on creating transgender mice, rats, and monkeys. Wonderful. Nancy Mace slammed the previous administration for cruel and pointless experiments funded by taxpayer money. But that is so important. You know, really. Just like having demonically displayed human beings reading short stories to children. I mean, just so necessary. Good Lord. EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia will permanently disconnect from Russia's power grid tomorrow. Russia can no longer use energy as a tool of blackmail. This is a victory for freedom and European unity. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says our allies have to step up and do more. True. Musk, I love Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man. Too much information. Trump, I have no rush on the Gaza plan. He also said DeepSeek is a good development, and he said the United States will be an investor in Gaza. Israel will watch it in terms of security. He commented on Time's new cover with Elon Musk. He said, Time magazine is really still in business? I didn't even know that. I don't think any of us knew that. Zelensky says that I bet they're getting USAID money. Because I don't know. Do you know anyone? If you know anyone that still buys, watches, reads, whatever Time, please put it in out those people for, well, you don't have to do anything to them, but still, I don't know anyone who has Time magazine anymore. So strange how they all just stay in business. Zelensky says that North Korean soldiers have returned to active fighting in the Kursk region for the pause after several weeks. Japan is committed to double its defense spending by 2027 compared to his first term. Trump said the United States is committed to Japan's security and will extend the full force of the American deterrent in its defense. 19 state attorneys general, led by New York Attorney General Letitia James, suing block Trump and Elon Musk's team from... oh, cool. Sorry, who's that? Ark Livin. Thank you, buddy. Sorry, I just got word my daughter's team is doing good in their sports ball right now. I just love some sports ball. Kash Patel, 19 attorney generals, Letitia James, brilliant human being that she is, are going to sue and block Trump and Elon Musk's team for accessing sensitive Treasury data on millions of Americans. The lawsuit warns of major cybersecurity and privacy risks. Let's just be honest. You want to block it because you and your other piece of shit Democrats that are corrupt as FUCK just want to stop people from actually figuring out what the hell you've been blowing all your money on, and also the fact that nobody likes you and everybody knows that you guys are basically corrupt pieces of crap. I mean, am I wrong? Hacking cybersecurity and privacy risks. What a load of crap. People think you're stealing, okay, honey? They think you're slush funding and using dark money to promote your little idiot political ends. And we want to stop it because we don't want to waste our tax money anymore. That's what it's about. Get over yourself. Kash Patel, Trump's pick for FBI, paid $25,000 by a film company owned by a Russian American and linked to pro-Kremlin influence. That's right. He did an interview, paid $25,000. Oh my God, he can't do anything now. We need to chuck him in jail. He was featured in a documentary pushing deep state conspiracy theories and portraying Trump allies as victims. And now that they were, victims, it's not like any of them were thrown into jail for years without any kind of a real crime. Elon Musk plans to spend millions of his own money on Super Bowl ads exposing government waste uncovered by Doge. I hope every freaking commercial is his. And it's like, the Treasury wasted $2 trillion on payments to democracy. Doge discovered dozens of individuals were receiving Social Security benefits at 150 years old. Yeah, who wants to stop that? Let's just keep paying those wonderful folks. I'm sure they're all good people. Liberal podcasters are now urging governors to arrest Doge staffers, accusing them of staging a coup and insisting they should go into gangster. Please go into gangster mode. Please. Go into gangster mode, dude. You're hardcore. You know you can take us. Go into gangster mode. I want to see it. I want to see your gangster mode. Okay? Right after you get done sucking down a soy latte. Freaking pussy. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. Oh, yeah, you're getting the spice tonight, baby. I've been pent up. DHS said he's gangster mode. Oh, you're so freaking hard. What are you, like a buck 27 pounds? DHS Secretary Kristi Noem announced that President Trump FEMA team has reduced Hurricane Helene victims in western North Carolina by 80% in just 5 days. What a terrible administration. We need some podcasters after sucking down a green tea latte to come out and go hardcore. 18 state attorneys generals have launched an investigation into Dr. Fauci's role in a certain something and condemned his Joe's blanket pardon and disgraceful attempt to shield from accountability, blah, blah, blah. Can't say it, but go get him. Elon Musk endorses Ron Paul leading investigation in the Federal Reserve. I put a video on to, PrepperNow, and it's about that. It's about Ron Paul going in, Dr. Ron Paul going in and doing that. Who did that? Who was that? Who was that? Can't see. Sorry, I got it on dark mode because my phone's like about to die. Whoever just gave me $10, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Mods, give them a little love. Powerful 8.0 magnitude earthquake hit the Cayman Islands. Tsunami warning center issued tsunami alert for Caribbean coastlines. Trump directed the Secret Service to disclose all details regarding a hit attempt against him, voicing concerns over foreign apps discovered on phones. United States reinstated the sanctions and blocked business dealings with the Cuban regime. State Department has reestablished the Cuba restricted list, prohibiting transactions with key companies within the dictatorship's military and economic apparatus. And there's a whole list. I'm not going to go through all of them, but all of these companies are on there, like Marina Gaviota, or port management and nautical tourism. So, yep. Sorry, Cuba. British Defense Ministry has prohibited senior military personnel from speaking in Chinese-made electric cars over concerns that built-in microphones could record conversations, transmit data. Volgograd Airport operations temporarily restricted. Civilian flight safety, says Rosaviatsa. UAV attack declared in Volgograd. Authorities urge caution. UK government bans bird gatherings as avian flu outbreak. Just go get yourself some Impossible Burgers and hail Gilbaits. Trump rules out deporting Prince Harry, says he's got enough problems with his wife. That is the statement of the year. That woman. Woo! Be glad, folks. I'd rather have a girlfriend that's my right hand than that thing. Elon Musk says no plans to acquire TikTok's U.S. operations. Whatever. Series of telephone conversation. Iran's minister held talks with the participants of Egypt, Turkey, Tunisia to address the situation in Palestine and strengthening of bilateral relations. In conversation with Egyptian Minister Badr Abdel Ati. Plan to relocate Palestinians was condemned as a threat to regional stability. Egypt reaffirmed its support for Palestinian rights, need for ceasefire to mitigate the suffering there. In the dialogue, Turkish Minister Hakan Fidan, Iran called for an urgent meeting with the Organization of Islamic Cooperation to coordinate a joint response in the crisis of Palestine. Both countries stressed the importance of holding regular consultations and strengthening their cooperation. For its part, in its call with Tunisian Minister Mohammed Ali Al-Nafti, Iran received Tunisia's backing against the forced displacement of Palestinians, calling it part of a colonial plan to annihilate Palestine. A call was made for a unified global stance in defense of the Palestinian people. Go woke, go broke. Bud Light still hasn't recovered from the damage to the brand due to its self-inflicted controversy. Folks, if they're doing things you don't like, take your money and freaking destroy them. Don't buy their crap and let them die. Brazil's far-left leader, Lula da Silva, is telling citizens of the country not to purchase expensive grocery items, okay? There we go. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Socialist effort to combat soaring food prices. Germany is seeing a rise in protests against the right nationwide. Bild reports that the organizers are often funded by the left-green government with taxpayer money. Of course they are, because why they can't get their own money. They're all broke, needing their handouts, little communists that they are. Germany is seeing a rise in protests against the right nationwide. Bild reports, yep, we got that one. They're all communists. They suck. Ukrainian drones attacked 2 oil pumping stations near Chertkovo in the Rostov region, damaging administrative buildings. Oil refinery in Volgograd region was also attacked by drones. Russian air defenses were active in Slavyansk-on-Kuban and the Krasnodar region, while in the Rostov-on-Don, air defenses also used against the drones. Mariv correspondent, the hostages in Gaza who have been released are pale, thin, and blinking. They look like crap. Mohammed Bakr Kalabaf, Speaker of the Iranian parliament, says Trump has sent a text to Iran that Iran voluntarily abandons nuclear and missile issues, asymmetric and conventional weapons and defense, which means, in fact, disarming Iran. Peace is not at stake. The goal is disarmament and attack. Ted Cruz, USAID, secretly poured unaccountable hundreds of millions of dollars toward Hamas, including tens of millions of cash they would never account for. Throughout the Biden administration, they knew the money they were pouring into Gaza would benefit Hamas. They did it anyway. Trump just banned drag shows from children in the Kennedy Center in D.C., punished them for doing it previously. Trump also dissolved the board and has now appointed himself as the chairman. President of the state, Isaac Herzog from Israel. This is what a crime against humanity looks like. The entire world should look straight at Ahad Or and Eli, who returned from the hell of 491 days of captivity, painful, emaciated, and wounded, and were used in a cynical and evil ritual by damned murderers who are comforted by the fact that they are returning alive to their arms of their loved ones. Completing the hostage deal is a humane, moral, and Jewish act. It is essential to bring back all our sisters and brothers from the hell of captivity in Gaza, every last one of them. Bloomberg reported that the Iranian currency exchange rate has already reached 890,000 rials to $1 US after Khamenei's threatening speech against the U.S. Ayatollah's only chance to come against Israel is no longer by relying on its proxies, but by joining a much more powerful coalition. Only 9 out of the 17 hostages that are left to be released during Phase 1 are still alive. Great job. Yesterday, a new government was formed in Lebanon from Hezbollah and Amal and the Shiite political forces, playing a significant role in it. While Amal is a legitimate political movement, Hezbollah was and still is an arm of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. Thoughts? Lebanon is a sovereign country, thus the right to include Hezbollah in its government. America, which the day earlier warned Lebanon to not do so, has the right to stop helping Lebanon as a result. Israel has the right to remain in the southern Lebanon to protect its northern border as long as Hezbollah, which started a war and plotted a significant invasion on its territory, holds any position of power. That's obviously Amir Sarfati. USAID fully funded college education for one of the featured leaders of Al-Qaeda. Wonderful. That was Anwar al-Awlaki. In his college paperwork, he lied about being from Yemen in order to get a scholarship or sponsorship, while in fact he was born in New Mexico. Great job, USAID. Iranian commanders tell the Ayatollah to revoke fatwa against nuclear weapons. In an extraordinary intervention, the supreme leader is warned he must ditch his religious ban. Iran's supreme leader must revoke the fatwa banning the development of nuclear weapons, and the regime is to survive, top military commanders have said. In an extraordinary intervention by the leaders of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was told that Iran must have nuclear weapons to face down existential threats from the West. Elon Musk called for the closure of Radio Free Europe and Voice of America, which are funded by the U.S. government. He stated that these media outlets are no longer listened to by anyone. According to him, they are staffed by crazy radical leftists. Great. Who are talking to themselves while burning $1 billion a year in U.S. taxpayer money. Fun fact, Tucker Carlson's father ran the Voice of America way back in the day. Ukraine has launched a huge drone attack on Russia tonight. One Sea drone is also en route to Sevastopol. Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk have denied receiving USAID funds, stating that the figures being viewed are actually salary disclosures. President Trump has officially spoken to Russian leader Vladimir Putin on the phone, trying to negotiate an end of the Ukraine war. Mainstream media is reporting that Iranian operatives inside the U.S. are allegedly planning to target President Trump with surface-to-air missiles. Canada, Justin Trudeau, concerned about the Trump threat of occupying the country. He said his country is rich in natural resources, which Trump and the U.S. want to exploit. They are aware of our resources and they want to be able to use them, Trudeau said during a closed meeting with leaders of the labor organization. We call on both sides to refrain from escalation. We offer assistance in negotiations as mediators for the benefit of both sides. Plan for the rapid deployment of NATO troops against Europe have already completed, in which Germany builds the main hub, sending 800,000 soldiers to the Eastern Front in case of a war with Russia. But never underestimate NATO's launch news, so that Moscow is stupid. Audience can make fun of themselves. See emojis. You're an idiot. World War III idiot. It's your new name, dude. European Commission will present a plan to strengthen EU defense in mid-March, which will include a significant increase in defense spending, von der Leyen said. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said the country intends to further develop its nuclear forces. He also said that the people and army of the DPRK will invariably support Russia in defending its sovereignty and territorial integrity. KCNA, he mentioned the need to further upgrade the emergency response posture of the Republic's armed forces so that they can proactively deal with any changeable security situation, as in North Korea. Egyptian Foreign Ministry announced the holding of an emergency Arab summit on the developments of the Palestinian issue on February 27th. Egyptian Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the Arab summit will address the new and dangerous developments of the Palestinian issue. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs heads to Washington to meet with senior American officials. Abdel Atti will meet with a number of senior officials of the Trump administration and members of Congress. Trump orders Secret Service to reveal full details of the hits attempts against him to get reason for launching war on Iran, whatever that means. Russian naval convoy carrying military equipment evacuated from Syria. Okay, this guy's getting worse. I'm almost to the point where I'm just not going to use this stuff. He's losing subscribers by the thousands. Israeli Army Radio, we are heading towards a complete withdrawal of the Israeli army from the eastern border sector in southern Lebanon. Tanker Koala, Russia, carrying 130,000 tons of fuel, is sinking in the port of Ust-Viloga near St. Petersburg, Russian media says. Previously, several explosions were heard to be the engine room of the tanker. Soon it began to fill rapidly with water. Rescuers have already set up boom barriers. There are no leaks yet. The 24 people on board were evacuated. Iran announced the building of a new plant to process uranium. Tehran officials said that the facility will be able to produce 20 tons of yellow cake annually, a precursor to nuclear fuel and weapons. IAEA has stated that Iran is dramatically increasing its nuclear enrichment capacity in recent months. I remember Colin Powell and the yellow cake, friends. Mexican army has arrested El Jondo, trusted man of Avan Archivalo Guzman Salazar, El Chapito, a.k.a. the son of El Chapo. One Mexican soldier reportedly killed during the operation. Temporary flight restrictions issued over New Orleans, Louisiana, as the Super Bowl gets ready to go. Also, Donald Trump will be attending it. Sri Lankan monkey has caused a nationwide blackout. That's a bad day. President Trump signed a proclamation declaring February 9th, 2025 as the first ever Gulf of America Day. Air Force One announced to fly over the Gulf of America en route to Super Bowl LIX. Trump says the U.S. is going to impose 25% tariffs on steel, aluminum imports on Monday. He also says he will resettle some of the Palestinians in the U.S. Quote, I will look into individual cases to allow Palestinian refugees to enter America. Trump and Putin had a phone conversation. Donald Trump has spoken by phone with Vladimir Putin about a ceasefire in Ukraine, told New York Post, exclusive aboard Air Force One. Main points. Trump said the Russian leader wants people to stop dying in the conflict in Ukraine. I'd rather not say. The U.S. president responded to a question about how many times the leaders of Russia and the U.S. had spoken. Vladimir Putin really cares about the deaths of soldiers on the battlefield. I have always had a good relationship with Putin, unlike predecessor. Biden was a disgrace for our country, complete disgrace. Trump said he has a specific plan to end the war. Quote, I hope this ends quickly. People are dying every day. This war in Ukraine is so terrible. I want this darn war to end, U.S. President said in an interview. Addressing National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who joined him from his own office aboard the Air Force One, let's start these meetings. They want to meet. People are dying every day. Young, beautiful soldiers are being killed. Young men like my sons on both sides all over the battlefield. Trump has said he's left instruction if Iran assassinates him, and it will be the end. That'd be a terrible thing for them to do, not because of me. If they did that, they would be obliterated. That would be the end. I've left instructions. Lebanon, Syria, border clashes have intensified, with both sides now firing rockets from across the border into neighboring towns. HTS fired a volley of rockets into Baalbek, Hamal government, and unidentified forces from Lebanon, possibly the Lebanese army, fired back. Prime Minister Netanyahu admits in an interview with Newsmax, "We have stalled but not stopped Iran on its path to obtaining nuclear weapons. They are days away from enriching the uranium required for a bomb." He's a nice visual, like a bomb on a piece of paper, and tell us exactly where they are, how close they are. New normal. Trump's administration is screening intelligence and law enforcement candidates with a loyalty test of the 2020 election and January 6th attack, rejecting those who give undesired answers. Their job is to protect the president. It's not a loyalty. It's a, are you a crazy leftist and are you going to shoot me in the back question, I think. Was January 6th an inside job? Was the 2020 election stolen? 2 former intelligence officers refused to lie and were not selected. FBI candidates face refused to lie. FBI candidates face similar questions, including who are the real patriots on January 6th? Who is your real boss? So, yep, there it is. All right, friends, there you have it. There's your crisis report. You can go watch your sports ball now. You got the Super Bowl. Go check out Elon Musk's wonderful messaging. I hope it is really good and clear and everybody sees exactly what's really going on. I hope they keep dismantling all this terrible money wasting. And I hope that you come back for more. Please hit the like button to the subscribe thing. Darken out the bell. Come on and get your crisis report, friends. Thanks to the guy that gave me $10. I appreciate you. Thanks to Arc Living for being a member. Friends, go watch the Kansas City Eagles take on the Philadelphia Chiefs. Get a couple hat tricks under your belt, some home runs. Maybe even a perfect serve. Yes, that's right. It's sports ball night in America, friends. God bless. Hit that like button. Join us on the other platforms like X and Truth and Minds and Gab and maybe, just maybe, I know, consider going on to Subscribe to our locals. They are a few bucks a month. I know that, eggs are $48 a dozen now, but yeah, please consider it. Join the cause. Go eat some dip. God bless. PrepperNow out.